Hey guys, Thunder E here, and this video is going to give you the best noise cancelling headphones to pick up, and also what I consider the most overrated, especially by a lot of YouTubers out there. So let us go ahead and kick this off. We've got three headphones to look at. We've got the Sony Mark IIIs, we've got the Wilkins PX, and we've also got the Bose QC Mark IIs. I'm going to call them Mark IIs. Now, all these headphones are priced around the same, around $350. They have active noise cancellation features, and they do give some really good sound. But what are we going to do in this video? We're going to look at comfort, we're going to look at also usability, and we'll definitely look at audio. And when I'm talking about audio, I'm talking about audio balance with noise cancellation. Very key, which a lot of people do miss. So let's jump right in. First thing, of course, is design and comfort. Starting off with the Bose QC Mark IIs. These are designed in a very traditional Bose design, very lightweight in look and feel. You've got really soft leather padding all around. Ear cups are really light and soft. Now, when you put them on, they feel really comfortable. They also weigh really low in the scale because it weighs about 8 ounces at 818, which is really nice. Makes it a bit light pair of headphones. In terms of controls, you've got all the controls on the right ear cup. You've got your power out on the outside of the cup, volume up, volume down on the right ear cup there. And you've also got your ANC button on the left ear cup. Now this headset charges via micro USB on the headset itself, and it's got a headphone jack, so it's got an older charging technique. Now moving over to the Wilkins PX, got this really awesome design with copper finishing, fabric, really eccentric, I would say, look to it, but something that's slick and something you want to wear, which is what Wilkins does a lot. Now, your controls are on the right ear cup, from power, Bluetooth connectivity, and also volume up and volume down with the headset. It does charge with USB Type-C, which is great, and it does have a headphone jack. Now, the headset also supports aptX HD, which is really nice to see here. Now, moving over to the Sony WH-1000 Mark IIIs. Now, these are, you can get them in black or white. It's really nice color with, of course, the copper accents around this to kind of give you a nice break and blend. The right ear cup has the the left ear cup has the NFC to tap and pair, which is really nice. That also has some of the controls like your power and your ANC buttons. You do have, of course, touch controls on the side of the right ear cup to pause, play, increase the volume. I also like that ability there. And you've got the superhuman hearing by actually just pressing and holding on the side of your ear cup, and that allows you to go ahead and listen to conversations while wearing the headset. Charges via USB Type-C, which is also great, which means you've got faster charging there, and it supports aptX HD and LDAC, so you're getting best kind of audio quality in this headset. So when it comes to design and functionality, in terms of functionality design, I would take the Sony at #1 because it encompasses a lot of things like aptX HD. You've got LDAC in there. You've also got a lot of features as well. Second will be my Wilkins PX, which has all the controls on the right ear cup. Really cool design altogether. Also has the ability to stop your music when you take off your headphones and put it around your neck. So that too plays a long role. And finally, at the very end is the Bose, which has a very simplistic design and not a lot of added extra features on the headset. Now, when it comes to comfort, that's where we're going to start off with the Wilkins PX. These have this very stylish design, but also the ear cups have a very rigid feel to them. So when you wear them, you do have to adjust them so you don't get pressure around your neck. Now, in terms of weight, these are heavier headsets than compared to the others. When putting it on the scale, it weighed about 11 ounces or so, which was the heaviest on our scale here. And you could feel it while you wore the headset. It's not something you're going to wear for a tremendous long amount of time. Now, moving over to the Sony WH-1000 Mark IIIs, these are really light and comfortable headsets. Nice, comfortable, soft leather ear cups, which you can adjust quite easily, and felt really comfortable for me to wear for a long period of time. These are for a lot of long flights. Now, the headsets weigh about 8 ounces at 7/8, so it's really light, much lighter than what Wilkins offers there. So it's a really light headset to use. And then finally, the Bose QC Mark IIs, super light headset, very light builds. Bose has always done this with their headsets. The ear cups also feel really light, maybe a little too light for me, but they're very light and they feel really light and comfortable. Now, in terms of weight, they weigh about 8 ounces and 1/8, so it's just a tad bit lighter than the Sonys, but the Bose feel really comfortable, and I have to give it in terms of comfort to wear and use. Now let's go to the main category. The one you all have been waiting for, of course, is audio with active noise cancellation. This is something that is really important now for a lot of headphones, and that's where we get to the meat of the matter. Now, Bose is known for making audio for a while, so is Bowers-Wilkins, as well as Sony. And in terms of active noise cancellation, Bose has been known as the market leader for the longest time. But how does it fare, especially in this day and age where we've got some better techniques and better use case scenarios? So starting off actually with the Bose headset, the QC2s, you've got active noise cancellation, which does something really good. It basically blocks out all the noise. You can also use the software to look at it, and it's a very simple process. But when you add in audio, this is where I have my gripes with the Bose headset. The Bose headset basically kills off a lot of your mids are completely gone. Your highs get really tinny on there, and your sound space sounds really shrinked and crushed. It feels like the active noise cancellation is pushing the sound to a small arena when you're supposed to get a rich overall sound with this headset. Now, this is me explaining it to the T. It's not bad, but it does take away from the joy of the music. So if you're listening to something that has a lot of highs, they cut off, because that's what the active noise cancellation does, and I don't like the balance there. So for me, this is my third headset in all three. Now, when it comes to the Bowers-Wilkins PX, they do an absolutely fantastic job on the noise cancelling there. And also with audio added into it, it actually plays really well, but there's a lot of bass in the bottom. Now, not saying that, look, if you don't like bass, this won't do the job. This is something you shouldn't pick up, but you should. But what I'm saying here, that it sounds just a little muffled and dense, so it fills up more of that space, that sound space, but it feels like it's crowded within that space. So that's what you get with this. And also your mids tend to be crushed a little bit from that high increase bass there. But that being said, though, I think it does sound much better than what you get from the Bose QC Mark IIs. The Bowers-Wilkins PX do a much better job there. Now, moving over to the Sonys, which of course in my order, it wins this category. Sony does an excellent job of balancing both, and that's the most important thing here. Now, in terms of the highest level of noise cancellation, I think Bowers-Wilkins has the best noise cancellation, just purely on that alone. I think Bose is a very close second, and Sony is a very close third as well. Now, what Sony does with the WH-1000 Mark IIIs here is that you've got a really good balance of your ANC and your audio, which means you don't get that cut off. The sound space is much larger, which means everything fills in. You've got your highs, your mids, your lows, they fill in quite well. Now, Sony doesn't do a lot with the lows, but it does enough where you get that bass feel quite well. Your mids stay very nice and clean all the way through, and the highs can push up quite well with the Sonys. That's what I like about them there. So because you've got all that whole mixture, it does a really good job. Now, the one thing I'll mention, just moving back to the Bowers-Wilkins PX, is that the isolation for the air cups is much better than all three, so that also adds to some of that effect with the noise cancellation, so it gives you really quiet feel to this. But for me here, when it comes to audio, it's got to be the Sony, because the Sony does a good job of balancing both, and it doesn't get crushed like what you have with the Bose QC Mark III. So when we put it all together, the most overrated headphones are the Bose QC Mark IIIs. Now, a lot of people have talked about this as being the best noise cancelling headphones. While it does have really good noise cancelling, its blend with audio is not up to par for me. It is something that crushes the sound of your music. And try this out. If you've got a pair, listen to a lot of genres. You have to crank it up to get that feel. And when you do, you're gonna see your highs are gonna get crushed. And of course, you've got a much smaller sound stage here. Now, the Bowers-Wilkins PX come in second, and they are a solid pair to pick up. They've got more bass in there, so if you're a bass lover, you wanna pick that up. But you're gonna get some really good sound and good sound mixture in here. And I think for me, it's the Sony 1000 Mark IIIs, which do the best job of overall balance, which is why a lot of people say this is the best noise cancelling headphones to definitely pick up, because Sony has done a good job in balancing this all together in terms of the audio, in terms of the noise cancellation, and how that actually pertains to the different kinds of music you listen to. So it's not just me, there are other people there. But if you think I'm wrong and you think, no, Thunder E, you hate Bose, yeah, go ahead. Leave your comments down below. Explain why you think that way. And if you think I'm correct and you think the Mark IIIs are also solid, go ahead and leave your comments. Now, if you want to pick up any of these headphones, definitely use our Amazon link down below to pick up either the Sony 1000 Mark IIIs, the Bowers PX, or the Bose QC 2s, so 35s too. So any questions in the comments, guys, again, leave them down below. Don't forget to like and share this video. Favorite this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification icon to get notified on our latest videos, and always enjoy your entertainment.